Hello and welcome to today's video about Medicare. Today we'll be talking about what is Original Medicare. Your presenter is Rodolfo Sierra. I'm an insurance agent and today's presentation is for educational purposes. There'll be no discussions about any specific products. So let's get into it. What is Original Medicare? This will be the first topic. We'll talk about Medicare's Part A and B, Medicare's Part C and D, what those Medicare costs are, who is automatically enrolled, and who needs to sign up. So when you turn 65, you receive a letter in the mail with your Medicare card, which looks just like what you see in the picture here on the right, with your name, your Medicare claim number, whether or not you're entitled to Part A and B, which is hospital and medical insurance, and also the effective dates. So make sure you get this card, you keep it in a very safe spot. It has all your information to get the Medicare benefits. So what is Medicare? Well, Medicare is a federal program that offers health insurance to eligible Americans. Who can get it? Well, U.S. citizens and legal residents. Legal resident must live in the U.S. for at least 5 consecutive years, including the 5 years just before applying for Medicare. You must also meet one of the following requirements. Must be age 65 or older, is typically where most Medicare beneficiaries receive the card. But also if you're under 65 with a qualifying disability for 24 months, or if you've been diagnosed with ESRD, which is end-stage renal disease, or ALS, also commonly known as Lou Gehrig's disease. Now let's get into what is Part A and Part B. Part A is called hospital insurance. That covers any hospital stays, any skilled nursing facilities, any hospice care, and some home health care. Once you turn 65, you're automatically enrolled in Medicare Part A. Most people do not have to pay a premium for Part A because they or their spouse has paid the Medicare taxes over their lifetime of work. And what is Part B? Part B is medical insurance. That covers any medical services, outpatient care, medical items, and covered preventive services. Medicare pays 80% of those approved charges, which means that you as a Medicare beneficiary will pay the other 20%. And that's where it might get a little expensive. Part B is optional because you have to pay a monthly premium and satisfy a deductible before Medicare will begin to pay benefits, but it is highly encouraged you get Part B because of all the benefits that it provides. If not, you'll be paying a lot of out-of-pocket expenses. The other parts, Part C and D, are provided by insurance companies. So in kind of reverse order here, you'll see that Part D is the prescription drug coverage. This helps lower prescription drug costs, and all plans must offer at least a standard level of coverage set by Medicare, and you'll see that some Medicare Advantage plans, which is Part C, which we'll talk about it in the next section, offers built-in prescription drug coverages. So Part D plans are part of the government's Medicare program, but they are offered and managed through approved private insurers. And Part C kind of combines everything we just talked about. It combines Part A and B into one plan, and it often includes Part D, which is the prescription drug coverage. These plans are part of the government's Medicare program, but are offered and managed through the private insurers, and may offer plan extras not found in Original Medicare. You must be enrolled in Parts A and B to join. That's why it's important, like I mentioned earlier, when you get that card in the mail, ensure that you have Parts A and Part B, so if at any point in time in the future you want to go and get a Part C, you've already qualified. If you want to learn more details about Part A, B, C, and D, please watch our other videos so we go into more detail about those. Let's go into the costs. These costs are of 2021, and these numbers will change every year. So be mindful when you're looking and doing some research that you're looking at the right year. These costs, again, are for 2021. Part A premium. Most people do not pay a Part A premium. If you or your spouse worked over 40 quarters, then this part is free. However, if you work less than 30 quarters, the cost can be $471. If you work from 31 to 39 quarters, the cost can be $259. Like we said, for the most part, if you worked here in the States for a while, you'll get this part free. Now for Part A, which is the hospital, inpatient deductibles, and coinsurance, there are some costs. So there's a deductible that you must pay when you go to a hospital. It is $1,484, and there's no coinsurance for days 1 through 60 while you're in the hospital. But the kicker here is, as it says in the Medicare books, is for each benefit period. Each benefit period is every time you go and stay in a hospital. If you stay less than 60 days, that cost is $1,484. Now, if you decide, or you have to go back to the hospital after 60-day period has come, then that benefit period restarts and you pay that deductible again. And that's where original Medicare can be, again, a little too costly. However, if for some reason you have to stay in the hospital for more than 60 days, so between 61 and 90 days, then you'll have to pay $371 coinsurance per day, again, for each benefit period. And if for some reason you stay in the hospital for more than 90 days or 91 days and beyond, then you have to pay $742 of coinsurance per each lifetime reserve day after day 90 for each benefit period, and you have up to 60 days of lifetime reserve days. Now, if you're in the hospital for this long period of time, obviously, there's some illness there that's causing you to stay, and that's where the cost can go up. Now, if for some reason you stay beyond those extra reserve days, lifetime reserve days, then you will have to pay all the costs. So there is no maximum out-of-pocket protection when it comes to original Medicare. One of the reasons why a lot of people look to other options to help provide coverages and lower the costs for Medicare. The next premium you must pay is the Part B premium. There is a standard Part B premium is $148.50. Now that can be higher depending on your income. So something to be mindful of when you check that out. Be sure to check our other video. We go into more detail about the Part B, or you can just look it up online. Depending on your income, that could be more, but for the most part, we pay $148.50. Your Part B deductible and coinsurance will be $203 per year. And here's where the kicker comes in with the original Medicare. After your deductible is met, you will typically pay 20% of the Medicare approved amount for most doctor services, including most doctor services while you're at a hospital inpatient, outpatient therapy, and any durable medical equipment. This is where they get you. 20% of all medical costs. That number can go up real quick. Your Part C premium will vary depending on the insurance plan that's offered to you. So I encourage you, if you decide to go down that route, to compare those costs for any specific Part C plans with an insurance agent. And that's similar to the Part D premiums. Those will vary by plan. Depending on income as well, there may be a higher cost. The more money you make, the more you pay. The less money you make, the less you pay. Who is automatically enrolled in Medicare? If you're already receiving benefits from Social Security or the Railroad Retirement Board, you'll receive your card 3 months before your 65th birthday. Also, if you're under 65 and disabled, you receive your Medicare 24 months after being on disability, or if you have ALS, also called Lou Gehrig's disease, you receive your card automatically. So these are the ways you're automatically enrolled. Now let's look at this, see when you need to sign up. So if you're close to 65 but not getting Social Security or the Railroad Retirement Board benefits, then you will need to sign up for Medicare. Also, if you have end-stage renal disease, ESRD, and you want Medicare, you will need to sign up. If you live in Puerto Rico and get benefits from Social Security or the RRB, you'll automatically get Part A the first day of the month you turn 65 or after you get disability benefits for 24 months. However, if you want Part B, you will need to sign up for it by completing an application for enrollment in Part B form, CMS 40B. Now, if you have any questions at all about your eligibility or if you haven't gotten your card yet, I encourage you to call Social Security. Their number is 1-800-772-1213 for more information about your eligibility and sign up for Parts A and or Part B. So you look at all the options when it comes to Medicare. You can either stay in the middle, as you see in the picture here with the original Medicare, but you can then tie in other types of coverages to help support and cover those costs that original Medicare does not provide. So for example, you can add a Medicare Advantage plan, which is a Part C plan. Usually those are offered through HMOs and PPOs. Again, you want more details, I encourage you to watch other videos that goes into the details about Part C. Or if you're going to add a Medicare supplement that helps cover the costs of Medicare that's not offered there, that helps fill the gap. Or if you have the VA insurance or through your employer, that also helps cover some gaps. Or if you're going to go and just add a Part D, which is the prescription drug coverage, you can do that as well to original Medicare. So there's a lot of different ways or different options that exist when it comes to original Medicare, how you can bolt on different coverages to help cover the gaps. So kind of illustrated in a different way, you see here you have one option, or you have two options. You can add one or both of the following to original Medicare. So remember, original Medicare is what the government will provide. So in order to help cover the gaps or get the full coverage you need, it's always encouraged to add additional benefits. One way to do that is by adding the Medicare supplement insurance, which is again offered by private insurance companies. This helps cover some of the costs not paid by original Medicare's in Part A and B. And if you want to have prescription drug coverage, which again is encouraged to have, it's also offered by private companies. You can add Part D. The second option is to choose a Medicare Advantage plan, which is the Part C. Like I said, it usually combines your Part A, which is hospital, your Part B, your doctor, and also most prescription drug coverages. And the nice thing is it offers some additional benefits for you. So again, something to consider when you're looking at original Medicare, what else is out there to help provide better protection for you. So we break down all the costs. You can see here for original Medicare, as we have our card in the middle, you have your Part A premium, which for the most part will be a zero premium, as long as you qualify. That Part B premium, like I mentioned earlier, will fluctuate based on income. On the low end, it'll be $148.50 a month. It can go up to $504.90 depending on income. Now that's pretty high income, but nonetheless, just something to be aware of. It's not a fixed rate, it's variable depending on your income. You'll have your Part B deductible. You have to pay $203 annually. That Part A deductible of $1,484 each benefit period. And if you stay more than 60 days, more than 90 days, you have those additional fees we talked about earlier. And finally, there's the Part B coinsurance. You have to pay 20%. So these are the estimated costs when it comes to original Medicare. So as you can see, it can be something that is obviously going to be good, but it also can be costly depending on your level of coverage you need. So when you're doing your research, make sure you're looking at all your options and not just relying on what the government provides for you. Again, to get more details about and dig deeper on the Part A, B, C, and D programs, please watch our other Medicare videos. I want to thank you for your time today. My name is Rodolfo Sierra. I'm an insurance agent. If you have any questions, please reach out. Thank you for watching our video. Have a fantastic day.